Hello, everybody. My name is Monster, and this is my vintage story world. It's the first one I ever made. It's a 200-hour-old world. I think I'm on year three. Yeah, year three, September. And it's not, it's not huge. It's not crazy, but it is something I put a lot of time and effort into, and I want to show it off because I'm about to leave. I'm actually packed to go. Packed up my elk. We're gonna head out of here and explore new territory far, far south. So I figured I would do a tour right before I go. There's a lot of stuff here, so let me walk you through it. I have this path I'm going to take to the dirt hut. So I started this playthrough totally blind. I didn't know what I was doing when I got into this game. I'd only heard of it, but I literally never watched a video on it. I just like survival games, and I heard it was a survival game, so I was like, you know what? I'll try it out. I made this dirt hut first, and it was just this lower part of a building. It was kind of sloppy looking. I got a photo of it. And then later I added an extension onto it and started learning how to do things like make lots of storage and backpacks. When I first started, I didn't even know you could sprint. I had been playing old Minecraft for so long, I just kind of expected that sprint wasn't in for whatever reason. Planted all these berries out here, and then I realized that this is more than enough to feed a single person. So this was a pit kiln operation that just grew over time. It's not very fancy. I never made anything nice for it, but one of the biggest things I built after that was this house. And I built this house in the Stone Age completely because I was trying to explore one new thing at a time and not do too many new things in a single video. I didn't get into the Copper Age yet. I did this in the Stone Age. Even the glass, I used clear quartz glass I'd found, and then I had fire clay. There's fire clay everywhere because there's lots of bauxite deserts nearby. So I made a lot of glass pretty easily. And yeah, cooked all the shingles for the roof, all the wattle in the daub, which is now cheaper, but they used to not be. And this is the house, and it's restructured a few times. It's very cluttered now, but I do everything in here. I've spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours in here. Here's our main area. I recently changed this fireplace to be like this curvy thing. This is where I do all my cooking and stuff. And here's a workshop. This has changed a few times, but I mean, it's mostly storage, tools, and up until recently, I did all the foraging in here. Over here, there's a stairwell. Downstairs are the cellars. I will show that off in a second, but upstairs, this is it's a tannery, essentially. I just put it all up here for like armor, making armor and clothes and leather. Bedroom in here. Not a lot to see. All the wood in here, I cut this stuff myself, but then all this wood I bought because I wasn't able to make it yet. Let's go to the basement. So down here, I have 4 different cellars. They're a little bit newer. This is a grain and vegetable cellar. I just have more grain than I know what to do with or even to eat. I have a lot of vegetables. It's more than enough for me. Like once you get a good farm, the game becomes easy, in my opinion. This is meals, meat, and fruit because they store better in chests, I found. But I'm never going to run out of food up here. I just never will. I have a lot. Doing good on that front. Over here, wine cellar. I had so many berry bushes and so many fruit trees, I just started making wine out of it, and then I realized, well, even if I make wine out of it, I'm still never going to be able to drink it all. There's just a lot of wine here. Little custom shelves that are cool. I haven't gone over the design of these, but I spent a lot of time chiseling these cellars out, and you may be looking at it and seeing like, oh, that's a wood. Well, wood negates cellars' effectiveness, and that's true. But if you look at the tooltip, it says packed dirt, and it's because I originally built this all the wood, found out that it ruined the cellar's purpose, and then I went back and I chiseled all of it to just have the thinnest layer of wood on it, so it looked like this. And that took, a million years. And the plaster, I had to make 2 trips to a chalk desert that's like thousands and thousands of blocks away to get the plaster for, but it looks pretty cool, I think. I got different designs in every room. Like this one's just straight logs, and this is also a cheese cellar, which actually just took all the cheese that I had. I'm gonna bring it with me. Over here's a cistern. I think it looks nice. It's just for water. Different wall design. Different wall design, but yeah. Those are the cellars. And, I chiseled this hallway out. I got carried away a little bit. I think it looks quite nice. At the end here, I'm not going to go down there, but it's a translocator, and it takes me like 8,000 blocks south or so. How far does it take me, actually? Look how many freaking waypoints I have. It takes me, yeah, like roughly 8,000 blocks south. It's a pretty lucky find being right underneath the house. I don't think anybody cares about looking in my chests and what I've mined or gathered, but you know, I have a lot of stuff, so. Oh yeah, this is a drifter, anti-drifter welcome mat. That's what that is. The next thing I built was actually that thing over there. It was like a little mob grinder. So whenever there's a temporal storm, I'll just go in there, and then the monsters that climb in, then I hit them from the bottom. It's a decently safe place to be. Nothing too complex. After that, I built this barn. I really like how this barn looks. You know, it's not crazily detailed or anything. I think the first time I actually chiseled anything was on this barn, and the first time I used beams was on this barn. So I think it turned out quite nice. And I used pine planks because they look red to me. I don't know if they actually are red, but they looks pretty red to me. And I like it quite a lot. And I like using these giant doors as well. And then we have a basic farm out here, sectioned off into 4x4 areas, though I don't need to grow anything anymore at this point. I have these things covering water, little water covers, so I can keep watering the crops from in here. I did different designs in all of them. That one's a creeper face. Same over here, like, kind of like making snowflakes or something. Okay, in the barn, this is I think this is every domesticatable animal. So I have chickens. What generation are they at? 5, I think? I only recently started trying to do it better, like more effectively. Like I used to just throw them all in a pit and then just hope that they would eventually get to the right generation, but that takes a million years. So I went through, I kind of cleansed all the lower generation animals and then trapped one male. And that seems to be like a better way to more effectively breed the animals, because once they get to generation 10, you know, they're more domesticated. As far as these guys go, these guys breed extremely slow, so they're just over here. I got some goats, and most of these animals I just kind of chased into pits. It's not too hard. They kind of just run away from you in a straight line. So if you make an effort and you go and you just like make a pit here, 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 you can kind of chase them from pit to pit till you get here. I have a lot of pigs growing up here. Dang, look at them all. They're all Gen 4, Gen 3. This rabbit they should be right on the cusp of Gen 10, very close. But anyway, yeah, that's the barn. I like these bismuth lanterns. And then up in the loft, there's not really anything. Just more beams and all this stuff, bones and feathers. It looks about the same on the back. This trader's been here forever. His name is Mouse. He sells furniture and has been totally useless to me. I bought a door from him once, but I didn't even seal the room in my house. Over here, we got a lot more berry fields, but again, I just don't have a reason to collect them, so I don't. This is one of the most detailed builds I've done, and it's a little bit newer. It's a windmill forge situation. So originally, it was just those 2 windmills, and then I added more so it'd be a little bit stronger, but it's kind of, you know, it's not made to have a lot of windmills at once. But I worked very hard on this to really, really detail it and kind of come up, see how far I could take Vintage Stories, you know, building mechanics. Also, there was like a hill over here, so I just built it on top of that, though I wish it was a little bit closer. We have this, and then we have this thing, because I couldn't get the path to rise up as fast as I'd liked. And the entrance, but before we go in, lots of beams everywhere. I did diagonal windows. That took forever. And also these windows as well. I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, inside. Here's the forge. It's nothing crazy. I have a fake barrel for water. I have a meteoric steel mod. That's what this is. So I have a little bit of that. I had a lot of iron. I used to have 168 ingots of this, and now it's so pitiful. But I mean, it's a really simple setup. It's not terribly decorated on the inside. I have these little oval windows right here that I like. The axle coming down from the top. So yeah, Hellhammer, quern, and pulverizer, and a table, I guess. But yeah, I really like how that looks. I use that building constantly. And the last things that I built, nothing crazy, just, you know, places to make steel. I did this totem once to see what I had to do to get to the Iron Age and the Steel Age, it doesn't matter. And bees, but this is hardly a build. It's just a place to put bees. I still like it. Anyway, that's everything. I mean, it's not a whole lot going on here, but I did work a long time on it. Now, I feel like I haven't used all my time terribly effectively because I've always wanted, for each video, I wanted to do one thing. So in between those videos, shut up, I'm talking, I would just focus on getting one thing done or prepping for one thing. And Vintage Story, you're really meant to work in conjunction with everything all at the same time, I've found. This world is very, it's very explored. Exploration is one of my favorite things to do. I've been around quite a bit. I got, hundreds and hundreds of waypoints. I've traveled a lot, and I'm planning on going south. Not just, not just down here. I mean, tens of thousands, maybe even 100,000 blocks south. I want to see what the south has to offer. I know that biomes change quite a bit further south you go, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, I mean, that's everything. It's everything that I built, and maybe you found some of the builds interesting or inspirational or whatever, just let me know. But yeah. Okay, bye.